No, I don't want this, I don't want wahala in my head. We know ourselves. You know yourself. Like, hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk about taking advantage of credit limit increases on your credit cards or on your line of credits. So this credit limit increase I'm talking about is the one that you're pre-approved for, the one whereby your credit card company calls you and tells you that, hey, your existing limit on your card, for example, is 2,000, and then it has been increased to 4,000, it has been increased to 5,000, it has been increased to 1,500. Any increment that you did not go and apply for, that is given to you on a platter of gold, this video is to encourage you to take it. Yeah, take it, except on only one condition. I'm sure most of you would have gotten calls, emails to say that your credit card limit has been increased, you've been pre-approved for an increase on your credit card, and the next thing that comes to your mind is like, I don't want basic, I don't want debt on my head, I'm just going to manage the one I have, please, I don't want. That is the normal thing that comes to mind, and it's okay, but this video is just to explain to you why you should go for it. So first of all, you should know that if you have a credit card, you already have a limit. What is the limit on your credit card? The limit is the money equivalent on your credit card, is the value of your credit card. So if you have a credit card and the value is 2,000, which means your limit is 2,000, you cannot spend more than 2,000 on that credit card, right? So that is the meaning of a credit card limit. So now when you want to increase the limit, maybe your expenses has increased over time, like you spend more than 2,000, your expenses for the month is even more than 2,000, so you want a card that has more than that. So you usually go to your financial institution and then you apply for a credit limit increase. When you go to apply for a credit limit increase, they run a credit check on you, a hard credit check on you. It impacts on your credit, so you're either approved or not based on your credit score. So most time when you go, as I said, you are going to have a hard hit on your credit. Meanwhile, the credit company may just sit down and look at, okay, Saadatu has a credit card for 6 months. She has been paying well. She has been diligent in her paying. She has not been owing. Let's increase her limit for her. So her limit was 2,000 before, and then they're increasing it to you. They're increasing your limit to like 4,000 without doing any credit check. They're increasing it for you. I'm encouraging you to take that card. I'm encouraging you to take that offer. Why? For this reason. So the first reason I've given now is that when you want to do it yourself, a credit check is done for you and it is impacted. But when it is offered to you on a platter of gold, then no credit, your credit is not checked, your credit is not hit, no hard check on your credit rating. And which means if your credit rating has been let's say, using numbers, maybe it has been on 800 or it has been on 700, it still remains on that because they didn't do a hard check on you. So now you may be wondering, why should I take a credit limit increase and all that? So now in Canada, where we are now, and most Western world, it is encouraged that when you have a credit card, you shouldn't spend beyond 70%. In fact, to be on the safer side, don't spend beyond 60% of your credit card. So if you have a credit card of $1,000 limit if you have a credit card of $1,000 limits, it is expected you shouldn't spend more than $600 on that credit card. If not, it somehow impacts on your credit. It shows that you have a credit of 1,000 and you're maxing it out, you're spending everything. You should be able to spend just 600, leaving 300 always. So if you have a card of 2,000, you make sure you spend less than 60%. Do the mathematics, I'll put it on the screen here, my math is not that good. So now automatically, let's use a card of 1,000. You're expected not to spend more than 600, right? So now if you have a credit card that is now, let's say 5,000, they increase it to 5,000, and your normal monthly spending is still the same, you're not increasing anything because of you have more limits on your credit card. No. So if your card is not increased to like 5,000 limit for you, pre-approved, not that you went for it, and your expenses still remain within 1,000, you're not going more than 1,000, it means 1,000, spending 1,000 out of 5,000 limit, it means you've not even reached 50% of your credit, you've not even spent up to 40% of your credit card, meaning your credit score, you have no issue with your credit, meaning you're not overspending your credit card, you're on a very, very safe side. Am I making sense? So now, if you have a card of 1,000, you're always spending 800, or even 1,000 consistently, you're always finishing it. It means your credit rating is going to be impacted because it shows you are overspending on your card. But if you have a card with a higher limit, it means you are still spending that expenses you make monthly, meaning it's not even up to 50% of the card you have, of the limits you have. Am I making sense? If I'm making sense, please put it in the comment section. So now, if your credit company gives you that offer that you have a card of 2,000, we are giving you an offer that your credit limit has been increased, we are giving it to you, come and accept it. Accept it. If it's higher than the limit, of course it's mostly higher than what you already have, accept it, because it means you're not going to be spending up to 60% of your credits. So now, a lot of people, I work in a bank. For people that do not know, most people come in to want to increase their limit, like their expenses has increased, the expenses have increased, they have a card of maybe 2,000, on a monthly basis they spend more than that, they want more. We run credit check on you and you're at risk, because if you're not good with your credit and your income, which are the two things we use to check to know if you're eligible for a credit product, if you're not good on those ones, then you're not even going to be approved, you're not even going to get it. So on the other hand, we have other customers that we pre-approve them. We just see that you have an excellent credit score, you have a credit card, and you've been spending and paying back at the right time, you've never missed a payment and all that. Automatically we pre-approve you. So most time when we call our customers to tell them, hey, you have a credit card of 5,000, we've increased your limits to 7,500, most time they're like, no, I'm fine, thank you, no, I don't want. But when we go ahead to explain to them that, hey, we're not running a credit check for you, this is already approved for you, just for you to accept it. And this is the advantage. So now, if your current credit card of 5,000 usually spend 4,000, that is way beyond 70% of your credit limit. It impacts on your credit. It shows that you are spending too much on your credit card. But if we increase the limit and you still maintain your current expenses, it means your spending on that credit card is not even up to 50%. So when we explain to customers like this, most of the time they end up accepting it and telling you, oh, thank you. Even when I came newly to Canada, I had a Walmart card of 1,000. That was the limit they gave me because I was just new, just 1,000. And within 3-4 months, I got an email that it has been increased to 1,500. I'm like, no, I don't want this, I don't want one in my head. Even this one self, I'm not going to be spending it. It was when I started working in a financial institution, I got to know the advantage of accepting such. In the beginning of this video, I gave you a condition. The condition is that as long as you're disciplined in your spending, if you know you're not disciplined in your spending, if you have a credit card of 10,000, in your mind you must finish that 10,000. If you have a credit card of 50,000, you must finish that 50,000. Please, if any financial institution call you to tell you that they've increased your credit limits, do not accept it, because automatically in your own head you just believe you have a credit card of 10,000, now they've increased it to 15,000. Automatically, let me increase my spending. If you know you're not disciplined in your spending, please do not accept it. Tell them thank you, don't even accept it. I have people like that. When we pre-approve them, we say, hey, you have a credit card of 10,000, we've increased it to 15,000. Is this something you're interested in? Do you want it? Well, thank you very much. I would have accepted it, but I'm not really disciplined in my spending. I'm trying to maintain my expenses. I don't want something higher that will tempt me to spend more. In that case, it's okay. We'll be like, oh, okay, that's fine. That is somebody that knows himself that, hey, I'm not that kind of person. But there are some people, they have credit card of 25,000 limit, 30,000 limit, and you see that the balance is zero. They're not spending it. Even though they spend, they return it. On the other hand, you see somebody that has 5,000, and when you check the balance, it is usually close to 5,000 on a monthly consistent basis that's spending it. So if you know you are not disciplined, we know ourselves. If you know yourself like you're not disciplined, then do not accept that offer. If you're somebody that is very disciplined with his spending, no matter the limit on his credit card, no matter the limit, it will not make you to increase your spending, then accept any offer that comes to you on your credit card. And then you can even go ahead and even go to the bank to ask for an increase in your limit if you know you max out your card on a monthly basis, because maxing out your card is one of the major reasons why people's credit rating is not good. Apart from the fact that you do not pay your monthly prepayments, you miss payments and all that, maxing out your card is also one of the major reasons why people's credit rating is not good over here in this country. So if you know you are not disciplined, do not accept such offer. But if you know you're disciplined, and no matter the limit you're giving on your card, it will not make you to overspend, then accept it. That is the major advantage of accepting offers given to you by your financial institution. I hope I've been able to make sense on this video, because sometimes it's very hard to like explain something to people, but I believe strongly that you understand what I have said so far. So if you have any question about credit card or credit limits, and you need explanation of how the credit system works in this country, please put it in the comment section. I may make a video on that, because it's something I struggled with. I really didn't find it, I didn't really understand how the credit card works. Now sometimes somebody will come and tell you that it's like, this my card is like somebody else is using this card with me, because the balance is not always balancing. No matter how I do repayment back on a monthly basis, I still have huge balances. And some people come and say, why am I always having these interest charges, purchase interest charges, why? All those, if you have such questions, put it in the comment section and I'll try to explain to you. Thank you and have a nice one. Bye.